Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe and I am a singer, a songwriter, writer and a guitarist. And today, as you can see, you can't exactly see my face. You got my notebook shelf instead. I have to admit it's not all like notebooks because it is a very short shelf, and then you can kind of see that I do have like pens to the side here and everything like that. So basically a bunch of desk stuff that doesn't fit on my desk because I don't have a big desk. I don't have like a big room anyway, because if you don't know, I live with my parents. I'm 18 and I just have a lot of furniture in my room and a lot of stuff being notebooks as well. And so this is my lovely notebook shelf. You can kind of see that I do keep stuff in front of my notebooks, just because I don't really reach for like my A5 notebooks as much as my A4, which you can see to the side here. And then there's like a weird shaped one in there as well, but I'll get to that. But before I go like into these notebooks, I do like keep a couple on my bedside cabinet, just because I need them to be a bit more accessible. So I just have this one here, which I got from Tiger a few years ago, and it just has things like all of my to-do lists in, and so that's what I use that notebook for. And then this one here I actually got from my uncle for my birthday last year, so my 18th birthday. I got this from my uncle's, and I've been using it kind of like ever since, and I just use it as a journal. And then we just have the notebooks on my shelf. If you're wondering where I actually got my shelves from, I got all of the shelves in my room from IKEA. This one here, I'm just gonna kind of like move it along and try not to get myself in shot, but these shelves are just the short one, and then I've the short ones, the very short ones, and then I've just got a couple more short shelves above this. And then I just have my big bookshelf, so that's the longest one you can get, which I'm pretty sure you would have seen before. And then I've got like my candle and smelly shelf, and then I've got my DVDs, like smelly, like body smelly stuff and hair care on the back wall of my bedroom, because I face a window, so the back wall is opposite that. I'll give you, actually, would anybody like a room tour at some point of like my room? Because even though my room is small and functional and it's not like aesthetically pleasing, but it's functional, let me know if you want a room tour, because I'd be quite happy to do that. So here I've actually just got like, what have I even got? And yes, I'm wearing pajamas, don't judge me. I just have a bunch of like plastic wallet things, one with Natalia Lee's Preptober workbook from last year in. Then I've got one with a bunch of like Scarlet Blood Skies information that I don't currently need at the moment. And then I just have one that has a bunch of like English revision in it, so I just thought I would mention those. And then I am going to start off with my A4 notebooks. So what's this one? Okay, so this one I actually got from my boyfriend's mum. I just love this notebook, so of course I'm going to keep mentioning it. And in this one I just have like goals, and I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need to start setting myself some February goals, because I'm pre-filming a bunch for February. And yeah, I just a bunch of goals. I've got my yearly goals, I've got my first quarter goals, so winter goal, my first quarter winter goals, and then I've got that whittled down to January goals. Okay, so in this one I just have like a bunch of information in for YouTube videos and everything, just a bunch of like information for that. It's just pretty basic. notebook. I can't even remember why I got this. I think this must have been like a while ago when I was in town and I got bored, so I picked up this notebook for some reason. I've then got this handy dandy notebook, which you've probably seen a few times before, probably, I don't know, but it just basically has a bunch of like information on the definition of love in it, which is now like non-existent. It's got just a bunch of like stuff for the Isle of Portugal series. I have never actually talked about my my world building. I should probably do that at some point. And then it just has a bunch of information on Scarlet Blood Skies as well. So it's a whole mismatch of information in here. But it's really handy because it's nice to have something like big to have all of the information in. And then this notebook, this is like one of those hardcover ones. I actually got this from work. Oh, okay, so this was me starting to plan out the prequel for SBS. Yeah, subtle hint. So I'm not going to really show that one, but I think that's what I'm going to end up like using this like hardback notebook for. And then I'll share more about the prequel closer to the time, because obviously I'm doing 3 books for the SBS trilogy, and then I want to do the prequel after all of that. And then this one here is just this weird shaped like notepad. This what it looks like, empty, and then you obviously just saw what it's like filled up. And I think I actually got this for like my big to-do days, so things like cleaning and everything. That's what I'll end up using this for. It's just a new vibe things to do pad, and I actually got this in Poundland if anyone's interested in that. But I just have these, oh crap, I just have these like 2 new like Moleskine notebooks, because you can kind of like these are all like the same. It's really hard to show them, but like these are the same as like the blue ones, and they're just A5. I've got the navy blue and then the pink. I'll actually link these notebooks down in the description, because when I started using the one that my uncles got for me, I just bloody loved them. And I believe this one is like empty, so I'm just going to pop that up there a minute. And then why didn't I just do that before? And then this one I did start writing in like Save the Cat notes. That's my Moleskine notebooks, and then they're kind of like the shortest. Then I quite like them. If I had a shelf of them, it would just excite me so much. I then just have a few of these. Well, I can't actually get to these like skinny notebook type thingies. I've got this one, which I've had for years. No clue when I got this or who I got it from, but I think I actually got this from France or something like that when I went to France years ago with my grandparents and sister. And in here I just have like notes on like a book that I want to write in the future, which is currently called Out of the Theory, but will probably end up changing. And it's just like a sci-fi action adventure romance type thing. And then these 2 here, I'm not entirely sure what I've used them for, to be honest. Is that a bad thing? Okay, so this one's empty, and that just says do more of what makes you happy. And then this one I believe was actually like a Christmas present like a while ago, which is also empty. So I have a lot of empty notebooks. I then have this one that I actually got from the works, and I think when I got it, it was on a sale, but it just says good things come to those who work. And then I think, I have no clue what I've got in here. It's just a bunch of like YouTube stuff by the looks of it. Birthday, Christmas, everything like that. So like life is in there. And then what have I got in this one? This is another one that I got from the works that was also on a sale, which just says she believes she could, so she did. If you can't read, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that sound rude. I really didn't. And this is just, I have no clue. I think this was, okay, maybe I shouldn't. Oh wait, no. this is absolutely fine to show because it's just like, oh shit, I wasn't meant to reveal that. Oh well, I've already revealed it. Six Stones and Broken Bones is just going to be a standalone now. I don't think it really matters that I've shown that, so it doesn't matter. Then I've got some sort of publishing plan, which there is no way I'm sticking to, because obviously like loads of things have changed. Like Project Colton doesn't exist anymore. Like Colton isn't like a big part of like Lenny's story anymore. And then I've got like, you can also like see here like that I have like loads of ideas that I want to like write and publish, because I've obviously got my Earthquake novella, which I will get to further on in this video, and then Arden's Theory. Like I want to publish like a load of books, you know, obviously it's my dream and everything, so it's kind of like that's all in here, and I have a feeling I'll probably like keep this for like publishing and marketing, that kind of stuff, and it'll just be like research and bits and bobs for like all things publishing and marketing. Then I have this notebook, which I was about to say I got from the works, but I didn't actually buy this myself, so I have no clue where it's from. And I used to use this for goals and everything, but now I've switched into a different notebook. I don't know what to use this for. I have this notebook, which I think I did actually by myself, but I can't remember where from, and this is just filled with information with like for this new series that I want to work on at some point in the future, and it's just got a bunch of characters. This is like an ensemble of characters. But I got the idea from like watching the Umbrella Academy, and so I want to like write a book that's action, adventure, and like dystopian, I guess. Is this the one? Okay, I don't know actually. Yeah, I think this is a notebook I was on about, like with the Earthquake novella I was talking about. That is what I used this notebook for like when I was like, I had the idea and everything, like name choices, and just, it's not as full as I like it to be, but it just has a bunch of that information in here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make it a novella just yet, but I just know it's probably going to end up being like in hours or something like that, because obviously I don't want them to spend like days in like stuck in an elevator. It's not even an elevator, we call it a lift. I have no clue what this is for, but I'll probably just use this as an empty notebook and take out that front page there it's got writing in, so I basically have a bunch of empty notebooks. And then this one I'm pretty sure you've all seen before. Actually probably not, because I haven't featured this in a video in a while, but this has a ton of information in on, like I did a bunch of world building in here for the definition of love, which obviously no longer exists. But it helps with like but it helps with the rest of like the world building for the Isle of Portland series and everything, names, and just a bunch of like stuff. There's stuff on Lenny and Colton in here, a load of empty pages. I just have for some reason these in here. I think I actually glued them in. So I've got the definition of love. I know I've got things on a funny kind of love, which needs to be retitled actually. A bunch of like brainstorming and everything like that, book cover ideas, like scene ideas and everything. Then there's stuff on like Nolan and Orva, which I'm not planning on writing anything for. Orva's pregnancy timeline, pretty redundant now. Her second pregnancy timeline, I feel like I might do something with it at some point, but I honestly don't know. Just a bunch of stuff, and then this was the beginning of Scarlet Blood Skies, all of this, and coming up with the music store like information, and then I just have this new idea that I wrote down, and it's just like a bunch of stuff. This is like pretty much full, even though I've got like pages missing. And then I've also got stuff on the second Lenny book, which I probably won't do at this rate, but it's just got, this one has just got like a bunch of information in. And then we just have like these last few here, kind of like after that notebook that was like full of information that honestly I don't think I will ever need to use this again, just because unless I'm like wanting to research up something about one of my projects, I want like the very first like information on. And I then just have this notebook here, and I actually originally had 2 of these, like the exact same and everything, and I used one of like a bunch of research that I did on like mental health, suicide, epilepsy, a lot of stuff like that, just like the human biology. I think this is it. Do I have like my epilepsy information in here, and like things to do with relationships and everything like that? I did a bunch of research on. And then I had one that was research on the world and like things like natural disasters, so earthquakes, volcanoes, everything like that. Oh, got stuff on PTSD as well. I don't really know why. I think it's just because like with the stuff that like I write, I like to raise awareness for like a lot of different like issues, so things like PTSD, and obviously my current main character Emilee Read suffers with bipolar disorder type 2, so maybe it'd be worth like adding in some research on bipolar disorder and adding it in there. But I don't really use it as much now, but I feel like it is definitely useful to have for like situations that I'm currently in with writing and everything. And then I think this one is another like empty notebook. I think I got this like a while ago from one of my family friends, and it's just another empty notebook that I don't know what to use for. And it's the same with this one. This is another A5 notebook that it's just like has a hard cover, and it's got one of these elasticy things on, like my Moleskine ones. Another empty notebook basically, so I do just want to like rip this page out at some point and just start over with maybe one of my projects or something like that. And then the last 2 here, I just have this like plain like plastic cover notebook. It's like very thin, so I just use this for like tracking what I've eaten and everything like that. I haven't done it since Tuesday the 21st, and it's the 24th currently for me, but like I want to try getting better with like tracking what I'm putting into my body, just so I'm aware of what I'm eating and if I'm eating enough like the different foods, because I have a tendency to not eat any veg, but I love my fruit because like I have such a sweet tooth that I just love my fruit. And then I've just got this massive notebook that I got for Christmas, and it's so pretty as well. Like I love the colours and I love the writing as well. I love the cursive on it. I love it so much so that I just don't know when I'd use it, but yes, it is another empty notebook, and it just says dream higher than the stars. So I feel like I'd probably use this for something like a big project, like a big series, and just like using that for a bunch of information. It's extremely thick, so thick to the point that if I wanted to like use it, I'd probably have to like put like tabs at the top so I know where I'm like going for certain information. There's also like quite a lot of dust on this shelf, which I don't know when I'm going to get around to, like, I say a lot of dust, it's not a lot, but I just don't know when I'm going to get around to dusting. Yeah, that is everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below. If you wish to, you can also ding the bell to be notified every single time I upload. Don't forget, all of my social media links will also be in the description for you to check out. I have been really active on Instagram lately, so if you want to go and check that out, then please feel free to. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! This is weird, what am I doing? I don't know. But bye!